A, I'm B, and today we're eating like Natalia Taylor. Why? Because just like her, I am a model. Natalia Taylor likes to do investigations as well as exposing things about the model industry. So in her honor, today we will be investigating something. I know a lot of you guys missed the investigation since the Chuck E. Cheese video, since the Ulta dumpster diving video, and I promise you in 2020, that is all we're doing. The eating like videos will get turned into investigation videos, so please subscribe. Hit like on this video to let me know that you like that idea, and let me know in the comments too. For breakfast, we're having a raw breakfast. I shuddered a little bit when I watched her make it because it was a whole avocado with bean sprouts in it with no salt or pepper or olive oil or anything, and strawberries and blueberries, which is fine. The avocado, the unseasoned avocado, literally made me turn into like a TikTok e-girl, like, what? What? Stupid boy who thinks I need him. Whoops, no, I do the dishes all the time. If you need a tutorial on how to make a raw avocado, you're probably under the recommended age for this channel, which is 63, so I would recommend going somewhere else, or I will delete your TikTok account. I mean, I understand the blueberries. I understand getting healthy fats from the avocado. I don't understand eating it unseasoned. And I don't understand the necessity of the bean sprouts. The bean sprouts make it better. I talked a whole lot of shit and it's actually good. Okay, fine. Why are a lot of raw vegans against salt? I don't really get it. Especially against iodized salts. Like, you need iodine for your thyroid to function properly. Lunch was only slightly more interesting than a high school geometry class. It featured a blank salad with no seasoning, no olive oil, no vinegar, topped with berries and nuts. Almonds aren't my favorite type of nut to eat, if you know what I mean. So since Natalia does a lot of investigations, and I'm in New York, I decided to do an investigation of a New York City socialite. Now I'm gonna pull out my notes. Oh, what's that? You like my phone case? Me too. It protects my iPhone 11, brand new, and it's very beautiful. Look. Let's see. Oh, that's because Casetify has military drop protection and cute cases. So you can have a phone case that doesn't suck and you can just drop it multiple times. I'm partnering with Casetify on this video because they not only have cute cases, military drop protection, but they do collaborations with like Sarah Jessica Parker, Lisa Frank, and BTS. They have all sorts of cute cases that you can customize. My favorite one, which I customized, which is a mirror that says walnuts. Now, let's test the military grade drop protection, shall we? Told me I could drop my phone from any height and it would protect. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Is our phone safe? Is it cracked? No! If you want a phone that you can throw anywhere at anything or at anyone, go to casetify.com/BlairWalnuts for 20% off and you can customize it. Write walnuts on it. Okay, so back to our spooky scammer investigation. Hey, what's up you guys? Yes. So since moving to New York, I realized there's regular rich people and rich people to who jets are like taxis and helicopters are just rides to the airport. Today, we are going to investigate a New York City socialite / scammer called Anna Delvey because the things she got away with are just hello. I'm considering visiting some of the places she scammed to see if they can be scammed again by spooky walnuts. So I'm sure if you've watched Gossip Girl, you've seen the incredibly lavish and expensive and nice hotels like the Plaza, for example. It's a place where a night will cost you at least $1,000. Then the people that stay there are glamorous and wealthy and just like the finest of the fine. Today, we're investigating someone who mingled with the best of the best, ate the caviar and drank the champagne, but had no money at all. Anna Delvey. So Anna Delvey was born in Russia, my mother homeland. No, actually that's Svetlana's homeland. Anna Delvey was allegedly a really wealthy heiress to Russian oil tycoons and lived a crazy but really fun life. I think of it as something like the Paris Hilton story where she just parties and has fun and is rich and is seen in designer clothes all the time and hands out hundreds to everyone she meets. She eats at the nicest, finest restaurants a walnut's never even stepped foot in, and she took all these lavish vacations. The problem is, Anna didn't have any money of her own. Now, before you whip out the notes app on your phone and figure out how you can also scam a sugar daddy or 7 out of their grandson's college fund, don't, because this story ends in tears and 2 to 4 years in prison. Now, unless you want to be doing the 5-year I only ate jail food challenge and using deodorant as makeup because they don't give us any in jail challenge, please don't try this at home. Let me tell you Anna's story. She was born in Russia, but she grew up in Germany. Then she went to Paris to work for a magazine. This magazine was called Purple, and she worked there and and she mingled with the owner. Now through him, she was exposed to all these crazy lavish parties, and she mingled and she champagned and she danced and she made friends there. Now she is good at something called networking, which I suck at because I am in the corner on my phone. Once she had decided that this kind of life was the kind of life she wanted to have, she moved to New York, where she started staying in only 5-star luxury hotels like the 11 Howard and eating only at bougie, lavish restaurants. But the thing is, she wouldn't pay at these hotels. Like, it was all very confusing for me because every time I've checked into a hotel, they always ask your name, your ID, and credit card they can have on file. Anna, for some reason, didn't need to do this. Maybe this is something reserved from only the rich of the rich, but let me know in the comments. Have you ever been to a hotel where they let you stay there without giving a credit card? No one could understand where she was getting all this money, so some people started to get inquisitive and started asking her. Now, depending on who the person was, she would give different answers. Sometimes her daddy was a Russian oil tycoon. Sometimes her daddy was in solar power. She started telling people she had a $60 million trust fund. Ooh, she's thick. And that's how she was able to afford all this. She said her dream was to open this art gallery, an exclusive members only club, and that's what she was trying to create here in New York City. Now, this kind of luxurious members only art club reminds me of the kind of place that sells a banana duct taped on a wall for $120,000. She basically met all these rich guys and these rich friends, and she had them always pay for these vacations and their trips and the private jets, and she would always say something like, I'll wire you the money later, something's up with my funds, they're not working right now, I left my wallet in my checked bag, like just very lax about it. So then she tried to get a small loan of $25 million from a bank by submitting a literal Photoshop document that she had money in a Swiss bank account. Now, these documents were Photoshop the house. She has no money, but Citibank actually believed her and gave her a small loan of $100,000. Real money. So then she was able to move this from bank to bank to bank and write fake checks and wire money around and around and around. Okay, this is when Anna went downhill. Her final nail in the coffin. She had done it. So Anna wanted to go on this lavish trip to Morocco, but she obviously didn't want to pay for it. But she picked the wrong person this time. She picked a regular girl named Rachel. Regular in the sense that she wasn't extraordinarily rich. So Rachel worked in a magazine. Her annual salary was about $60,000. And Anna told her, hey, come to this trip to Morocco with me. I will pay for absolutely everything. You don't have to worry about anything.
Pitched the idea as though it were going to be a business expense for her. She wanted to make a documentary about the creation of her art foundation. So up front, she said she was going to pay for the villa. So she actually booked this villa with 3 bedrooms before she knew who she wanted to invite. I was along.
So Rachel goes, they're there for a couple nights, they're having a wonderful time, but the hotel is $7,500 a night.
My last full day in Marrakesh, I wake up and there are 2 managers who come into the villa and refuse to leave without a functioning credit card. Anna asked me to use my card for now. I'm also told that the final bill will be settled when we check out. I'm leaving before Anna, so I think, well, she's gonna have to take care of this before she leaves. I go to France for work, I land and realize the whole thing's going on my cards. My total expenses were $62,000.
Now, do you remember what I said Rachel's annual salary was? $60,000.
That is more than I made in a year.
So Anna says to Rachel, I'm so sorry, I don't know where my funds are. She plays her whole charade. She's like, I'll pay you back as soon as we get back to New York City. As soon as we touch down, I'll give you the money back. Don't worry about it. I'm so sorry about this. It's totally cool, don't worry. So Rachel puts all of the $60,000 on credit cards, which I'm like, how do you have a limit of $60,000 on credit cards? First of all. Second of all, if your salary is $60,000, how'd you get so many credit cards? Like, it just, something about that doesn't add up, right? It just seems weird. And then also, some people were saying Rachel went to go mooch off Anna because she was like, oh, I'm on an all expense paid trip. But then she actually got mooched off of. So, do we feel bad for her? I don't know. I do, but I don't know if you do. Let me know. So once Anna and Rachel get back to New York City, Rachel keeps asking her for the money and Anna keeps making excuse after excuse. And Rachel has gone on many TV shows to talk about this. So what happened to Anna now? Well, she's serving time in prison. So there you have it, folks. If you want a small loan of $100,000, all you have to do is get a job at a magazine company, mingle with lavish and rich people, go to a bank and Photoshop documents that you actually have $60 million in the bank and ask for a small loan of $100,000. And then spend that extra extravagantly by sending champagne to people. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I know some people were really upset because regular people can't even get a loan to pay off their credit cards when they're really in a bind, to fix their roof in their house when it's leaking, to fix their car when their tire's broken. But then you have people like this getting $100,000 from photoshopping some documents and pretending to be rich and lavish. Like, what? But then I saw some people that were actually on Anna's side, and they said, well, she just scammed the system. Why, you know, she literally, that's the system's fault, not hers. Like, she just did it. You know, anyone would have done it. Anyone smart would have done it. And I was like, what? So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I actually want to go talk to Anna while she's in jail. I heard they're making a Netflix documentary on it, but she's not allowed to profit from it. But she's able to use the profits to pay off the people she owes money to. She owes about $250,000, and the Netflix documentary will certainly make more than that for her. So I'm like, how did she just get out of it again? Like, she must have the greatest luck on planet Earth and also Mars to be able to get away with these things. Anyway, I'm gonna have a snack and then we're gonna eat dinner with Nick, and I will see you in a bit. Wow, yikes, okay. So after that spooky story time, it was time for a snack. These are coconut and date rolls. These taste like caramel. And then finally it was time to make dinner, and Natalia likes to make something I like to call housewife goals dinner. It is crispy tenders that are vegan and sweet potato fries. If you guys haven't noticed, I've been eating vegan all day, so I expect a congratulations from Freely. If she doesn't make a congratulations song like PewDiePie did for T-Series, I'm gonna screech. These sweet potato fries totally reminds me of the one at Chick-fil-A, and also I think they're the same macros, so I mean, just go eat your fries, girl. Go on, girl, eat your fries. I put them in the oven like a good housewife, and then I went to go hang out with Nick, and I was really hyping him up for this dinner. He thought this was gonna be some 5-star gourmet meal. You're welcome, honey. This is what I made for you. I hope you enjoy it. We sat on the phone and schemed a way to hack into Elon's Musk's bank account, and I decided that I could probably dress up like him because I look more like him than Nick does. So that was the end of the eating day, eating like Natalia. I would say it's pretty easy. She's plant-based / vegan, so I thought it was fun. I wasn't really hungry. I was like really busy running around all day, so I thought this was really easy food to eat. There wasn't a lot of cooking, which I highly appreciate, but also I'm not sure this is enough nutrients. But you have to keep in mind she is a model. She has to stay slender, and this is what it takes, and I'm happy that she's not hiding that. Love you guys. Walnuts out.